This animal can regrow part of its brain. This one can survive in space. And this creature punches so hard it creates shockwaves underwater. Here are the weirdest animals on Earth. At number 10, we have the axolotl. At first glance, it looks like a smiling cartoon character. But this little amphibian has a superpower that scientists are still studying. If it loses a leg, it can grow it back. It can even regrow parts of its heart and brain. Imagine losing a finger and simply growing a new one. And somehow, things only get weirder from here. Next up is the mantis shrimp. It might look small, but don't let that fool you. This creature has one of the fastest punches in the animal kingdom. Its strike is so powerful that it creates tiny shockwaves underwater. Some species can even crack aquarium glass. If you think that's impressive, wait until you see the animal that can survive outer space. Meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear. It's so tiny you'd need a microscope to see it clearly. But despite its size, it's one of the toughest creatures on Earth. Tardigrades can survive extreme temperatures, intense radiation, and even the vacuum of space. If Earth suddenly became uninhabitable, these little creatures might outlast us all. The star-nosed mole looks like something straight out of science fiction. Its strange nose isn't just for show. Those tentacle-like appendages are packed with sensors that help it find food in a fraction of a second. In fact, it's one of the fastest eaters in the animal kingdom. But our next animal somehow manages to look even stranger. This unusual primate comes from Madagascar and looks like a creature from a fantasy movie. The eye has huge eyes, oversized ears, and an extremely long middle finger. It taps on tree bark, listens for hollow spots, and then uses that finger to pull insects out. It's basically nature's version of a living toolkit. If sharks weren't scary enough already, meet the goblin shark. This deep-sea predator has a jaw that can suddenly shoot forward to grab prey. Watching it hunt looks like something from a horror film. The good news is that it lives far below the ocean's surface, where most people will never encounter one. At first glance, you might not even realize this animal is a fish. The leafy sea dragon is covered in leaf-like appendages that make it look exactly like drifting seaweed. This incredible camouflage helps it avoid predators. It's one of the best examples of nature's ability to hide in plain sight. The blobfish became famous because of its unusual appearance. But here's the twist. It doesn't normally look like that. Deep underwater, where pressure is extremely high, the blobfish appears much more normal. Its famous blob appearance only happens when it's brought to the surface. Even so, it's still one of the strangest looking creatures ever discovered. The Saiga antelope has one of the most unusual noses in the animal kingdom. It almost looks inflatable, but that strange nose serves an important purpose. It helps filter dust during migrations and warms cold air before it reaches the lungs. It may look bizarre, but it's perfectly designed for survival. Taking the number 1 spot is the pangolin. At first glance, it looks like a reptile, but it's actually a mammal. Its body is covered in tough scales, and when threatened, it rolls into a nearly impenetrable ball. Many people have never heard of a pangolin, yet it's one of the most unique animals on Earth. If nature held a competition for weirdness, the pangolin would definitely be a strong contender. So, which animal was the weirdest? The smiling axolotl, the space-surviving tardigrade, or the terrifying goblin shark? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more unbelievable facts about our strange world.